What is up, guys? In today's video we're going to be talking about inheritance and how we can use that in C++. So the first thing we're going to do is create a class, and I have one already made. So it's a class of person, and in general every person likes to eat and every person likes to sleep. So these are the two functions I've defined that are part of a person. Now what inheritance does is help us simplify the creation of new classes by inheriting from other classes. So for example, if we create a policeman, we don't need to recreate that he has to eat or he has to sleep. We're going to inherit that the policeman is a person, and that because he or she is a person, they get to eat and sleep automatically. But actually my previous example was of a YouTuber, so we're just going to create a YouTuber instead. And to inherit from a class, all you have to do is create public person, and this is going to retrieve all of the values and the methods from that class. Then inside here, we can add a public access specifier, and we're going to create a string of name. And this is only because I want to create a constructor, which is going to be the username, and the name is going to be set to the username. Below that, I'm going to create a function called void YouTube, create a block as always, cout name is doing a YouTube thing, end line. Now if we go to our main function and we go ahead and type in YouTuber, and of course we need to give it a username, and this time we'll just type in Philip. So there we created an object of YouTuber. Now what's special about this object is we can refer to eat, sleep and YouTube. Even if the YouTuber class only contains this function that says YouTube, we have successfully inherited the values from here. So now we can type in YouTube eat, YouTuber sleep, and YouTuber YouTube, so he can do that YouTube thing. So when we run the program, we're going to have all of these values printed, the nyom nyom nyom, the zzz, and also the Philip is doing a YouTube thing. So that was the first step of inheritance. Next I want to show you what multi-level inheritance is, because right now we only have one level here. It's taking from person directly, but as you might have guessed it, you can make this as deep as you want. So for example, we can go ahead and create a class called worker, which is going to inherit from public person. And then inside here, we're going to create a public key, which is going to be called string special key. And that's going to equal ABC123. Now, instead of inheriting from person for the YouTuber, we can inherit from worker. And since worker inherits from person, it's going to be a long line of inheriting, which means YouTuber is going to inherit from both person and worker. So now if we go ahead and type in YouTuber.specialKey, you're going to notice we can actually refer to that value and we can use it as we would normally use any other value. So we will print that value out, cout YouTuber.specialKey, and rerun the program. So you can see now we have ABC123 printed to the console because we have inherited from the main class, which is person, and then we inherited from the worker class. So it's a long list down, and you can do that for as many classes as you want. Now, the final thing I need to cover in inheritance is the protected access specifier, the one that I've been speaking about so much in the previous videos, but haven't had the chance to show you how it works yet. So right now we're going to go ahead and create a few classes. The first class is going to be called class A, and we're going to use the protected modifier this time. So string A is going to equal a class. And down here we're going to go ahead and type in void print A, and all we're going to do inside here is print the letter A. Now we're going to do the same thing with the B class, so it's exactly the same as the A class, except I changed everything with the letter B, just to make things simple. And below the B class, we're going to go ahead and type in class C, and this is going to extend from public A, public B. So actually I forgot to mention, you can also inherit from multiple classes at once. So this is an example of that as well. And the first thing we'll type in here is a private access specifier, which is going to say string C is equal to C class. And again, we do not need to specify this because it is automatically private, but just for the purpose of this video, to give you a better idea of how it works, I'm going to include it. And then we're going to add the public modifier down here. And I'm going to type in void print everything. So you can see what we can refer to and what we cannot refer to. Now, because we've included the protected access specifier, we can refer to these methods from the previous classes just by typing them normally, because protected allows us to access these in inherited classes. And I'm also going to print A plus B plus C. So as you can see, we can refer to string C here, we can refer to this string over here, and we can refer to this string over here with no problem because they are protected. And because this is private, we can refer to C inside the C class. But now it's time to go ahead and use this information. So we're going to type in C sample, which will create an object, of course. And we're going to type in sample.printeverything. And as you have noticed, that is the only method available for this class. So if we run the program, it's going to print A, B, A class, B class, and C class. But again, we cannot refer to this directly because first of all, this one is private, which means it's non-accessible outside of this class. And these ones are protected, which means you can only access these strings and these methods inside other classes that inherit from it. But I believe that covers everything you need to know for now about inheritance. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about polymorphism. So with that being said, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.